Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. It's episode 578 of the Ping Pong Flix Show. What I have to just thank Anthony Sherfield for this awesome shirt. Thank you so much to you and your wife. It was a pleasure to go on your show. And their show is going to be in the link in the description below. ACS Universe. Check him out immediately. And I'll probably have him on my show real soon once we get some more time for more crossovers. But before we get into that, I want to talk about DC FanDome. DC FanDome has a celebrity lineup. This is a whole list of the main celebrities that they can talk about that are coming on the show. And here it is. This is on Twitter. They've actually put out this little video that will showcase all these different celebrities right here. So you can see August 22nd. By us, we mean all those people are going to be at DC FanDome. Holy snap. Holy, and many more. And many more. I have to emphasize that because there are a lot of names that I don't see down there, including like Ray Fisher, Jason Momoa, Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill. I don't know if they're going to show up, but they're missing from this thing. There is Ezra Miller, though, so that probably tells you that he is definitely going to be on the Flash for the Flash. Andrew Muschietti, Barbara Muschietti. Of course, you have Suicide Squad, James Gunn, and an entire cast as well. I love that right at the end, right there, is Zack Snyder himself. He's right there, so you know he'll be there, of course. There's also some surprises as well that I didn't see coming, but for the most part, there is quite a few. This is a huge list of people for DC FanDome. All fans welcome a 24 hours only meeting us at DC FanDome. I'll explain that in just a little bit. So that is an incredible lineup, and I'll link this in the description. It's also my Instagram and Facebook. You can slow down and check out the whole list of names here to see who you recognize and who you are excited for this huge DC FanDome event, right? But there's other things that came out. Almost everybody had kind of plugged that on their own channel. One person did something a little different, and it's got to be a first look, I think, at Black Adam. And this is actually coming from Dwayne Johnson himself. They needed a hero. Instead, they got me. Of course, the Lightning Flash and the Blackheart. Excited for the first ever global celebration of the DC Multiverse, DC FanDome. This one's just for you, the fans around the world. Stay healthy, my friends, and I'll see you all on August 22nd, the Man in Black. And so, and you watch this little vid here. It goes through the motions. You see all the cast of celebrities here. And all of a sudden, boom, and the Man in Black. Oh, that was really quick. Like too quick to even notice. But if you slow down, and I'm going to put it right there, that's him. So it's a zoom into Black Adam in a CG area. You can't tell that's Black Adam. It looks just like a silhouette of Dwayne Johnson. It reminds me of like a Jumanji movie. Like if you just took this out and just plastered it somewhere, you'd be like, oh, that's Jumanji 3. Right? That's Jumanji 3 or Journey to the Center of the Earth 3 or something. But that's Dwayne Johnson. He doesn't have the cape. I wish they would have maybe have him glow a little of the lightning bolt over here just to see or something like that. But it really, it's okay though. At least it's like our first look at Black Adam, the Man in Black himself. So it's essentially the first look at Black Adam, and it's a teaser for DC FanDome. So what are we going to expect? Well, I didn't expect to see that, but it does look like I don't know if that's concept, a motion concept or whatever, or is an actual scene, a CG scene, something like that. It's CGI, that's for sure. But really intrigued to see what they are going to present over there. Probably not much. They haven't shot a thing. They haven't shot a thing, right? And there's only two actors we know that are in this movie, and that's Dwayne Johnson and Noah Centineo as Adam Smasher. And what I'm expecting, like I said, is possibly just they're going to show off concept art of what they're going to show, and also the cast. The entire cast was going to be revealed over at DC FanDome. Now we know right at the beginning, I don't know if we can slow it down to that point, but in here you can actually see the name Boss Logic somewhere. He's somewhere in here. I can't really point it out right now, but as you look closer, you can see that Boss Logic's name is in here. Boss Logic is going to be at this DC FanDome. Maybe I can catch it over here. And as you know, Boss Logic, with the help of Jim Lee and Dwayne Johnson talking to him, made some concept art for Black Adam. He made the poster pretty much for Black Adam as a motion art itself. It's also revealed he actually made that picture of Superman, Henry Cavill Superman, hovering over a downed Black Adam. So there's concept art for that. That's what that makes me a lot more excited to maybe that Superman could show up in the Black Adam movie, and that would be pretty damn nuts. Henry Cavill just popping on as a surprise guest appearance. But yeah, it could be that. It could. Oh, here we go. Cody, the Boss Logic. I guess that's his real name. I didn't realize that, but that's Boss Logic. He is at DC FanDome, and so for sure, I believe we're gonna see some concept art, including motion concept, probably just like how we've seen before in that CW special when they had Justice League. It was just like motion graphics of concept of Aquaman, of Cyborg, of Flash, something like that. So it will probably be something like just to get people excited for Black Adam, what they're going to do with Black Adam, what to expect from Black Adam, and possibly surprises we can expect from Black Adam. So that in itself is really, really, truly exciting for me in any case. So, but like I said, this is DC FanDome. It not necessarily have to do with movies all the time. I love to play video games, and there was one look that I really caught my attention. I get it. This is more a movie channel and content like that, but I just gotta get excited. Rocksteady makes some awesome freaking games, and them with DC just can't go wrong. For them to say target locked, DC FanDome, August 22nd, Suicide Squad game. And this got me super excited because it's freaking Superman. Yeah, it's kind of purpley. Maybe it's Bizarro. People are, saying that. But I think it's Superman. I think it's their chance to see how powerful these Justice League members are. They have to go against the Justice League and Superman. Like, can you imagine being a Suicide Squad, like Captain Boomerang character, and you're trying to, in a scene, all of a sudden, people are getting picked off really quickly, and you're like, what's going on? It's like, it's Superman. You can really feel the power through the third perspective of a normal, essentially a smaller metahuman or a normal human being, right? In part of the Suicide Squad. Just imagine that concept for a second. You're down in the dumps. You're just a lonely guy, and they have to take on the fucking Justice League. That would be immense. That would be scary. That's almost horror level. Imagine taking on Batman. Batman being the horror, through the villain's perspective. That's horrifying. Going against Batman, you're scared. Things are coming down from the shadows, picking you off one by one. I don't know if that's the case for this game, but I'm really curious. I'm really excited to see this, especially when you're possibly, maybe in the future we'll get a evil Superman out of Zack Snyder's Justice League. We could have that concept in our minds as we're playing this, that fear of going against a gigantic super meta human, an alien from outer space that has powers beyond mortal men, taking you on, and you're trying to take this on. You're like, this is a suicide mission. This is a suicide mission. So it's perfect. It's actually makes it much compelling, different than any other games that have missions. And man, this, I would say it's almost like a version, a game about the boys taking up Homelander and the other six. You know, that type of game. If they were the evil ones or something like that, they could be good and you're evil, but they're still going to be pretty damn horrific and terrifying. But if it's evil, that's the stakes are even higher. He could just fry you, and that'll be it. So if they're evil, and maybe in this universe or something, they're evil, then that makes it even much more. I guess satisfying because you're really playing like the boys, right? You're going against the superhumans. You got to think of ways to stop each and every one of them. That to me is just mind blowing. I don't know what to react to that, or other than I'm going to be pretty excited to play that game. Right? And I know there's a lot of Reddit leaks out there, and as we get closer, I'll probably look at it for a little bit more in tune to that. But to me, just the concept of that alone, with that Superman reveal, is just really, 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 really awesome. So, but that is a game, however. So let's get back to the movies. Now, one of the names that popped up on the celebrity lineup was Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer is attending DC FanDome. Are they going to talk about the Schumacher cut? Is this the chance to announce the Schumacher cut? And you know, the Schumacher cut fans kind of think so, and they're planning an event that's coming up pretty soon. But Batman Forever Schumacher cut fans are freaking out over Val Kilmer attending DC FanDome. So Val Kilmer is going to attend DC FanDome for whatever reason. I'm thinking because Joe Schumacher passed away, and this is kind of like an homage or a tribute to Joe Schumacher, but perhaps even to the point that, hey, you know what? It's been years. We can probably pull it out of the vault. We can probably work on it, and we're here to announce that we are Warner Brothers, in association with a partnership with Warner Brothers, HBO Max. We are going to announce the Joe Schumacher's version of Batman Forever. And I think that would be such a wonderful thing to happen there, to appease the fans of the Batman Forever fans, the older Batman fans, and then also, the Snyder Cut, to have the Snyder Cut, and, maybe even the Ayer Cut as well. So I'm really intrigued by that, and it'll be so awesome to see Val Kilmer attending DC FanDome. It's not just about the current heroes, it's about the older heroes as well, the people that used to don the suits as well, like Linda Carter, as for instance. So I think this is going to be amazing to bring all types of fandom together, all DC fans, from old and new, and from the future fans. This is absolutely amazing, and I really am. I'm crossing my fingers, all my fingers and toes, hoping that maybe this will be it. They will announce the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever, right? But there's a lot of questions about DC FanDome, and DC FanDome's got you squared away. DC FanDome has a frequently asked questions on their website, and I'll link it in description below so that you can go ahead and you got some spare time this week and go ahead and read it. DC FanDome facts, frequently asked questions. There's what's the best way to access DC FanDome available on mobile, etc., etc. So you can go through this if you want to read about it more. And let me know if you want me to make a long video just reading through this, then I definitely can do that for you. And I maybe I'll be exclusive access for members only, just because I just want to give to the members for thanking the members for joining me exclusively. But the cost is free. Everything you can enter, to actually go to DC FanDome, it's right on the website, www.dcfandom.com, which is not really turned on at the moment. It's not just United States, it's a global event. Everybody and anybody can attend, as long as you have internet access. So don't be discouraged if you're not in the United States, because of HBO Max and stuff. Everybody and anybody can go there. There's navigation buttons and how that works. No room capacity. Interactive event. The one thing that's about the schedule is there is going to be a way you can customize your event schedule, so you can schedule your own DC FanDome, which I'll probably, for me, when I think I can do live reactions. I'm not sure, but I'll probably do a schedule for one, at least one of the 8 hours. So it's a 24 hour event. So 24 hours, but it's a eight hour event, that repeats itself 3 times for that whole 24 hours. So DC Fandom will begin at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on August 22nd and end at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on August 23rd. And you can see your own local time zones over here, so that's kind of cool. For me, that's 7 a.m. in the morning. So what if I miss it? Will the event be available at a later time to view? Just like a live event, the full DC Fandom experience will be available for 24 hours only. If you don't watch it during the 24 hours, you will miss it unless you have access to time travel. For those in different time zones around the world, Hall of Heroes programming will run 3 times consecutively. It's an 8-hour program. Other programming will be available only once in the 24-hour timeline. Check the schedule, releasing the week of August 10th, which is next week, for details and ability to create your own custom schedule. So I'll probably definitely learn more about how to schedule our own DC Fandom experience, and I'll definitely schedule my time around to make sure I cover the stuff that I feel like I enjoy, and I want to talk to you guys about. So we'll see about that. But of course, go ahead and schedule your own when that time comes, and I'll definitely I'll be happy to do some reactions for that 8 hours. I don't know if I can do a whole 8-hour program. Hopefully there's breaks. Maybe I'll just do several things, especially the movies, but or maybe just react to the actual trailers and spots that come on, and just watch the panels by itself. So we'll wait and see. I'll wait and see how that works out, and then we'll find out then. But yeah, that's going to be really, really exciting, and it's not, and it's cool. It's really cool that they're actually doing this, an ultimate 24-hour experience, that whole lineup, and how you can go to different sections of fandom and things like that. I think it's quite amazing, and it really shows you where they're headed with this, right? Where they're really all in on DC. That's not all they're all in DC too. WarnerMedia is really all in on HBO Max, right? And this is an article that came out from Variety. There are a couple executives that left, right? Bob Greenblatt and Kevin Riley. And they had other things that in the shakeup, and there's multiple articles from Variety. I'm not going to read it to you, but Ann Sarnoff will lead the Studios Networks group. Casey Bloys is now in charge of creative for HBO Max, well, et cetera, and of course, Jason Kilar, who's in this, is totally within that. He's controlling a lot of the things in there. Bob Greenblatt, Kevin Riley out of WarnerMedia and management shakeup. So, but there's one thing that I pulled out, a quote that Jason Kilar, when it came to that internal memo that came out in that article, is that Kilar indicates in the memo that the importance of HBO Max is going to be central to the future of WarnerMedia. And that makes total sense because of COVID-19, of theatricals. The COVID-19 really pushed all these studios distribution to go straight to streaming. You've seen it with Disney, you've seen it with Universal. They're pushing this hard and fast because they want to get people this content access really, really quickly and easily and safely. And so they are putting a lot of their chips now, and if that ever wasn't before, of course they were, they're pushing to get HBO Max globally as soon as possible. It's going to be essential to the future of WarnerMedia. That means we're going to be seeing a lot more content revealed, put on HBO Max, on their streaming services, more than anything. Like they're probably going to have the theatrical route, but it almost feels like it's going to be second to their purpose. They're to put on HBO, to put on streaming, for this instance, right? So that could lead to better possibilities that Zack Snyder could continue and make more stuff for HBO Max in the long run, which is great. And Sarnoff, I told you, she came from BBC. She's all about that. And Jason Kilar came from Hulu. He's all about that, with both their heads together they can probably create a great and profitable experience on HBO Max. And for us as viewers who want to see more content, more varied content, and quickly and easily and safely, HBO Max is where all their chips are going to be. So that is quite interesting right there. So, but today was a great day. We were trying to get, that Zack Snyder's Justice League, Zack Snyder's JL trending. It did, I think at one point it went up to like 16.5K tweets and a little bit over. And then we had some, great support from Ray Fisher, who says, "What's in name? Everything." Hashtag Zack Snyder's JL. John Aaron Garza even made a really cool tribute that I'll link in the description below. The name we all want. It's a tribute to all Zack Snyder films, and other people as well had put that along with posters and stuff like that. Really cool stuff. Really nice little support for Zack Snyder's JL, Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's the name that he wants. It's the name that he wants. They're working on it, and to me, I think it's just the name that he should get. Really, he really should get that. Just makes total sense. Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's perfect. It's already in the marketing. It's already in the hoodie. It's already in the announcement. Just use it. I don't know. There should be, nothing that should stop that really at this point. But we'll have to wait and see. And I think we'll find out for real right on during DC Fandom how that's going to turn out. So, but since we're talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League, there is possibility that there is actual additional photography for Zack Snyder's Justice League that's going on or starting or about to happen, or at least in planning stages or what. We don't know at this point. I think Harry Lennox really did go shoot for Martian Manhunter or Zack Snyder's Justice League. I think. So we'll never find out until actually the movie actually releases. But one of Zack Snyder's crew members, according to Bruised Wayne 69, says one of Zack Snyder's crew members just posted this in their story. Additional photography started, that too, with the Batman choreographer. Now that was 18 hours ago, so that was like actually yesterday. But it was at Stage 32 in Warner Brothers. Now, who is this guy? Who is Matt Rugetti? He is the same guy who did the previs for Batman and the League in BVS, Zack Snyder's Justice League, along with Richard, Damon Caro, and Zack himself. He even released one previous video for us in support of the Snyder Cut movement, and that was the previs where Richard Citrone was fighting a parademon in that nest, right? So that's pretty cool. I would totally love that. That would be pretty damn awesome. But yeah, they're starting additional photography. Who would be there? If that is the case, then maybe they are shooting some more scenes with Richard Citrone and or Damon Carroll with Zack, and they're in the bat suit because they don't really need Ben Affleck to be in the action scenes of the Batman scene. So it's possible that they're utilizing that at Warner Brothers. So who knows? I mean, they're thinking of different ways. That's a pretty safe zone, you can probably bet. I mean, it's on a stage, and it's Stage 32. It's on a set, as enclosed. It could, they could really control the spread of virus or not through those means. I'm really excited. Maybe Stage 32 is where they're going to film everything else for Zack Snyder's Justice League. So I think it's really good that if that's the case and that's true, that means we're progressing nicely with Zack Snyder's Justice League, and there should not be any hiccups to the eventual release of Zack Snyder's Justice League coming out on HBO Max in 2021. So I'm really excited. So DC Fandome here can't get here soon enough. I can't wait to see the schedule for this for the schedule for DC Fandome. I absolutely can't wait for it. And it's going to be an amazing time. Now, before I log off, I want to say I did finally record my reaction to my Justice League review. It wasn't half bad. There were some things that I kind of learned about myself during that time watching that. So I'm really excited to share that with you. That is going to come on premiere this Sunday, 8 a.m. my time, which would be like 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So be sure to check that out. And that, like I said, that's only exclusive to the members that join my channel as a kind of reward, as something I want to give back to, clicking on that join button down below and joining my channel. So, but there will be more of that. There's going to be more reviews and things like that, maybe even game reviews, and also you'll get to see some of my movies when I did was as a student. So that'll be pretty interesting also to share with you as well. All right. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'll see you next time.